Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at FAC Transient. We're also taking a briefer look at FAC Chorus and also FAC Maxima. And I think probably Dubstation 2 by Audio Damage as well, if I get time to do what else I wanted to do. So anyway, we're gonna. The point is here that transient is ridiculously useful. It's almost essential. Many people are finding now it's a transient shaper. So all it is really is that you have an input. You have input volume, and then you have your output volume gain staging, and then you have how the effect works over time, sort of thing, and then how the effect works, attack and sustain, and it allows you to shape the attack and sustain and kind of the release time of a sound. So it's particularly useful on ringy things like drums that you want to kind of control in the mix. It doesn't matter how it works, but if you want to, there's a very detailed manual on Fred Anton Corvest's website, the FAC website. But we're going to do it like how you have useful scenarios. So we have this little track here that I set up this morning. And the only thing I'm not going to affect with anything is probably this trombone thing here, which was just the thing I chucked in for interest. But I'm going to play the thing anyway. It's only a couple of bars, obviously, so you can hear what we're working with, sort of thing. So the drums and things all sound a little bit muddy. I soloed the drums, all the drums. So I've got the bass drum on 1, the snare on 2, and the hi-hats on 3. So starting with the bass drum here, on initial preset, I'm going to start to dial sound some sustain. We can increase the gain a little bit, I think. And I'm actually quite happy with that. But there are other presets as well you could actually use, and then start to dial back the release, and then you could sort of increase the attack. Or see how that clip then. So you're turning the attack. It kind of works opposite than an attack on a synth. So I think that's okay for that, and that is okay for that. The snare's particularly naff. Am I on the... So let's switch here. Let's start with initial. Put the input up a little bit as well. A little bit of ring, a little bit more attack, I think. Only a tiny bit though. I think also as well I'll adjust the contour a little bit. So that's the original sound. That's better. Probably get that down in a mix a titchy bit as well because it's clipping. And now we can have a look at the hi-hats. That's nice. So a little bit more attack here. Well, that's much better. When they all sit in the mix now. Much tighter control over the kit. Sounds nice and punchy. Even actually, we could even, I think, for the snare, if we choose snare here and we play the mix, we could dial back the actual attack a little bit. That's nicer. Bass is I played. These are all just from Cubasis, by the way. These sounds. So we'll go to we'll add a transient. Maybe we'll make it a little more punchy. And this time above that, I'm going to also add a Maxima, which is basically what it says, it's a maximizer. And you have different settings here. Again, it's all about just playing around. So much more body in that now. Loads of tightness now in the bass. So solo in the bass. So if we wanted to listen to our kind of rhythm section, we now have a lot of control over that now, which is loads better. Dead basic sort of Rhodes thing. Now what I'm going to do to this is add a FAC Chorus. Just a sec. I'll add an FAC Chorus to this. Where are we? Audio units. So this is why the FAC apps are just so ridiculously essential. Even the chorus, although it's a chorus, you'll hear now what this thing can do. It's just incredible. So FAC Chorus, and Fred's only done 3 apps so far. I hope he does more. So here it is without, and then we'll just drop this in on this initial. Actually, we'll set it on one I'm particularly loving at the moment, which is Luscious. Okay, and I'm going to just make sure, because I'm going to turn my gain down a little bit before I start, and I'm not engaged at the moment. So there it is without it. So I think for this as well, I think. And we can have it with the different algorithms. Fred's done the old bucket brigade delay and then a thick and a clean. So the clean is really clean. Now also for this, I'm also going to boost this a little bit with a Maxima. But there's no real need for me to shape that, I don't think. with a transient. Transient's great on bass and drums and ringy things like guitars that you really want to rein in. Right, I'm going past myself here. Where are we, Maxima? So again, without Maxima or chorus. Now, we'll put that in with the mix so you can hear what happens when I drop it back in that. Now, go away. Should turn notifications off. Ugh. Right, so what I'm on to do now is the gospel organ here, so we can solo this. So that's basically, and it's actually, you can see it's really quiet. I can push this full up, so that's really definitely needs to be boosted. So definitely, first thing I want to put onto the gospel organ there is a Maxima. And this is why Maxima is it's just epic for everything, because there's so many things that you think, I wish I had a little tiny bit more volume there. And I don't want to start messing around with, here we go. I don't want to start messing around with, not limiters, compressors and things. So I'm going to boost the gain a little bit on this. Bring the threshold down a little bit. And then I'm also going to apply audio here. I'm going to apply a, chorus. And let me turn the volume down a little bit now. I'm also going to apply a Dubstation 2 from Audio Damage. This is a different developer, Audio Damage, also totally brilliant. But Dubstation 2, and I'm going to choose a preset called Automatic Dub. And I'm going to like offset the delay so it's not just copying, because I'm playing staccatos. So I think that you'll agree there that is sounds a lot better. Now, if we go to, we're going to spend more time than this, you know what I mean? It's what we're doing, like 15 minutes here. Hey, come on, hey. Now, what I'm going to do as well, also, on this steady output here, just to give you an overall idea of transient on an entire mix that we've also transiented. how it helps to also rein in the whole mix. So we started on initial, okay, and this is going over the actual whole stereo mix now. All right, so let's play. Let's set. That's been silly. See, this is where your contour comes in handy. Play with the contour. You don't want it to, like, if you don't want it to kill it dead, move the time back up a little bit, and then of course the sustain time, so it comes in less, sort of thing. If you want it a little bit more punchy, if you want the whole mix more punchy, you can start to push the attack up, or if you want it to be a little bit more softer, you can pull it back down. So that's extreme. So that gives you just a little bit more control over your trackage. Okay, so I think that's basically covered the basics of the thing to get you enough idea of what to do. All I did, by the way, this was just one MIDI pattern, and I just duplicated it and then deleted the bits that I didn't want, and then so I had the bass drum, the snare. So it was, because it works. I mean, of course, it will run perfectly happy over an entire drum kit, or anything you like. Will old Transient here, but you know, over separate instruments, it's a beautiful thing. You know, you really can, and the controls are quite simple. If you want to really know how it works and you want to understand, but I mean, you know, being a musician, as long as I can play with the controls and it does the job, and I can make it work, I don't need to know the technicalities of what a transient effect does. It's like I need to know the algorithms of a chorus or a delay effect. I don't need to know that. All I need to know is, can I control it? Can I make it sound the way I want to make it sound? And will it be positive for my mix? So, with that said, thank you for watching, as always. I really hope you found this useful. The FAC apps, I mean, they are very, 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 very good. I can't say enough good things about them. Of course, the audio damage stuff as well. Also, tons of great stuff. Brand Boss's apps, they're all awesome, and this is all kind of essential stuff now if you want to get into this kind of thing. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to be notified of things, hit the notifications bell. Subscribe to the channel. That's important. Subscriptions, that's the key. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Awesome.